Morning children. Is learning a fourth chapter, matter and materials. The last class we have seen about matter, right? What is matter and what are the states of matter. Today we are going to see in detail about fiber, right? Fiber. What is fiber? It is a thin thread of natural or artificial substances, right? For example is your thread which you have in your cloth, right? That is also an example of fiber. Now we'll see about types of fiber. The fiber is of two types, that is natural fiber and artificial fiber. The fiber which we get naturally from plants and animals are called as the natural fibers. Next, the fibers which are made by humans by some chemical processes, it is called as the artificial fiber. Come on, what are the fiber which we get from plants? Example is your cotton, jute, and coir, flax. These are some examples of fiber which we get from plants. Animals, what do you get from animals? Will get wool and silk. Wool will get from sheep and silk will get from the silkworm, right? Artificial fibers, example, rayon, nylon, acrylic. These are some examples of your artificial fiber. Next, we'll go on with the processing of cotton. How the cotton is separated from the cotton plant and how we are making the fabrics, right? First, from where will you get cotton? Cotton is obtained from the cotton plant. In a cotton plant, the seeds are covered with this white material or the white cotton, right? First step is that separation of cotton fiber from the cotton balls. That process is called as the ginning. What is ginning? The raw fibers which are separated from the seeds. That process is called as the ginning. Ginning is the process of separating raw fiber from the seeds. Right, after separating that fiber from the seeds, the fiber which we get is called as the lint. What is it called as? Lint. Next, this lint is spinned into yarn. What is my spinning? The spinning is nothing but the process of making that cotton into a short fibers. That is called as the spinning. The process of making yarn. What is it called as? Yarn. The process of making yarn from the lint fiber is called as the spinning. After the spinning, what will happen? This yarn is made. It is made into a fabric either by weaving or by knitting. Weaving means you can see the picture, right? Right? That is called as the weaving, where you will make that small threads into short threads into a fabric. That is called as the weaving. Knitting means nothing but you will just make a sweaters, right? That type of work is called as the knitting. At last you will get the fabric, right? We'll just go on through the what are steps in preparation of cotton. First, from the cotton balls, we'll get the cotton fiber by process called as ginning, and the obtained fiber is called as the lint. Next, the lint is then made into yarn by the process called as the spinning. From the yarn, it is either made by weaving or knitting, and we'll get a fabric. Fabric is nothing but the cloth which we are wearing or which we use it, right? It is called as the fabric. Next is the use of cotton. What are the use of cotton? It is used to make garments. What is my garment? Garment is nothing but the clothings which we use. And also it is also used in the pillows and mattresses, right? Pillows which you use to sleep, right? The pillows and mattresses. Mattresses means nothing but your bed. Next, it is also used to make bandages, surgical bandages, right? The next one is your jute. The next natural fiber is the jute. Jute is obtained from the stem of a jute plant. Stem of a jute plant. Here you can see the picture of jute plant and jute fiber, children. It is also called as the golden fiber. What is it called as? It is called as the golden fiber. Where these jutes are used? It is used to make bags, carpet, sack and decorating materials. Right? What is my sack? Sack is nothing but the storage bag for rice, pulses. We will use it, right? That is called as the sacks. The next one is your coir. Next natural fiber is your coir. Where will you get coir? Coir will get it from the outer covering of coconut. You can see the fibrous structure on the covering of coconut, right? That is called as the coir. It is used to make floor mat, brushes, and even mattresses is also made only with this coir, right? So these are three natural fibers. What are three natural fibers? Cotton, jute and coir are the three natural fibers which we get it from the plants. Next we'll move on. Next is here synthetic fibers. Synthetic fibers nothing but they are made by humans by the chemical processes. Examples are here rayon, nylon, polyester and acrylic. What are use of these fiber? Rayon is used to make rope, cloth, tire and even carpets. Nylon is used to make fishing nets and parachutes. You know parachutes, right? In those things, nylons are the thread which is used over there. Next, polyester is used to make fabrics. The fabrics which we wear, it's all made of polyester, right? Acrylic is used to make sweaters, shawl and blankets. Are you clear with this fiber, ma'am? We'll move on. Next one is your grains. What is my grain? Grain is nothing but a small, hard, dry seed. Right? What is it? Small, hard, dry seed, which is protected by a husk. Have you ever seen a paddy? Right? It has an outer covering. That outer covering is called as the husk. When you remove the husk, you'll have the seed, which is the rice which we eat. Right? So, there are two main types of grains. One is your cereals and the other one is your legumes. What are the two? Cereals and legumes, right? We'll have some examples of these grains. Wheat, maize, rice, beans, peas, cholam. What is the other one? Chickpeas. These are some examples of your grains. Clear? These grains are rich in carbohydrates and proteins. Clear? Next. The next one is your floating and sinking. What is meant by floating and sinking? You would have seen in this water, right? When you just drop a balloon in the water, what will happen? It just stays on the top. That means it floats on water. What is my sinking? When you just drop a 1 rupee coin or a coin in a water, what will happen? It just goes and settles at the bottom of the container, right? That is called as the sinking. How it is determined? Why the substance starts float or sink? It depends upon the density. Density is nothing but the weight that it has, right? So this is determined. Floating or sinking is determined by its density. The same way you would have observed, right? While taking bath, when you just immerse a mug inside it, what will happen? The water will show you some force, so that the mug will just move upwards, right? That pressure is called as the upthrust. What is it called as? Upthrust. You would have tried it, right? When you just take a bucket of water and just immerse an empty jug in it. Immerse it, what will happen? When you just push it down, the water will exert some pressure at the top, right? That is called as the upthrust, right? When an object is immersed into a liquid, the liquid exerts an upward force on the object. It is known as upthrust. Next, we'll go on with the solubility of solids. What is meant by solubility? Solubility is nothing but the capacity of a solid that gets dissolved in water. For example, you will mix sugar in milk, right? What will happen? Can you see after mixing? Can you see that sugar separately in the milk? No, we cannot see. That means the sugar gets dissolved in it, right? So, when a substance dissolves completely in water, it is called as a soluble substances. For example, sugar in water or salt in water, right? The same way, when you dissolve some substances, it will not dissolve in water. For example, sand, right? So, when substances that do not dissolve in water, it is called as the insoluble substances. Example, chalk in water or sand in water. When you add sand in water, it will not dissolve. It just settles at the bottom of the water. It is called as the insoluble substances, right? What is soluble substances? When a substance completely dissolves in water, it is called as soluble substance. When it does not dissolve in water, it is called as the insoluble substances. Are you clear with this, children? Thank you.